Good afternoon, everybody. Today is Wednesday, April 29th. And what we're going to be doing today is we're still working with angles and those parallel lines, but today we're going to talk about angle measurement with those parallel lines and that transversal. And in particular, finding missing angle measurements using those things that we know about those angles. So if you look at number 11, we know that this angle right here measures 110 degrees. It's an obtuse angle. And they want to know what this angle measures. Well, if we go back to how the relationship between these two angles, they're on the outside of the parallel line, so they're exterior. They're on opposite sides of your transversal, so they're alternate. And so these are alternate exterior angles, and I'm going to kind of abbreviate that to alternate exterior, and I'm going to use my symbol for angles. And one thing we know about alternate exterior angles is that they are congruent. Remember the other day we used that patty paper and we showed that if we could lay them right on top of each other, they're congruent. So if this one measures 110 degrees, and this is an alternate exterior angle with it and it's congruent, that means that this one has to also measure 110 degrees. Okay? All right, if we look at number 12, we have these two angles right here. One measures 84 degrees. We're looking for the measurement of this angle. We can see that they're inside my parallel angle on my parallel lines, so they are interior or inside, like if you were going to paint your bedroom, that you use that interior paint. They're on opposite sides of your transversal, so that makes them alternate. So this pair is alternate interior angles. And so if this one is 84, and we're looking for this one of the things we know about alternate interior angles that we proved the other day with that patty paper is that alternate interior angles also have the same measure. So if this one's 84 degrees, then this one is also going to be 84 degrees. Based on that alternate interior angles and knowing that they are equal to the same measure. Okay? If we look at number 13, you have two angles. They're both interior. They're inside your parallel lines. But this time, they are on the same side of your transversal. And we can see that they're not going to be congruent because this one is obtuse. It's 100 degrees. And this one is acute. You can tell that it's less than a 90. But we talked the other day, this is called a same side interior. They're inside those parallel lines, but they're on the same side. And we talked about how that they were supplementary, meaning that they were, if you added them together, they would make a straight line. They would equal 180 degrees. So if this is 100 degrees, and we know that this plus this is going to make this straight line right here, and that's 180 degrees, then 180 minus that 100 would leave us with that having to be an 80-degree angle. So that's an 80 degree. Okay? On number 14, you have a 111 degree angle, and you have a missing angle measurement, and we can see that they're inside my parallel lines, so that makes them interior. They're on opposite sides of my transversal, so that makes them alternate. So these are alternate interior, and we already know that alternate interior angles are going to be congruent. So if this one is 111 degrees, then this one also has to be 111 degrees. Okay? Number 15. This is 125 degrees. And you want to know what this one is? And it is interior, because they're on the inside of your parallel lines. They're on opposite sides of your transversals. That makes them alternate. So these are also alternate interior angles. And if that means they're congruent. They're both those obtuse angles. And if this one's 125 degrees, then this one's also 125 degrees. On number 16, this one is a 47-degree angle, and you're missing this angle measurement. Well, on this one, I can see that they're outside my parallel lines, and that makes them exterior. They're on opposite sides of the transversal, so that makes them alternate. So these are going to be alternate exterior angles. And we know that alternate exterior angles are congruent. So if that is a 47-degree angle down here at the bottom, this one is going to have to be a 47-degree also. On number 17, you have an angle right here that is 53 degrees. You're missing this angle measurement right here. Well, both of these angles are on the same side. They're on the left side of your transversal. They're both below the parallel line, so they're in the same location on different parallel lines. That makes them corresponding. And we know that corresponding angles are equal in measure. They are congruent. So if this one is 53 degrees, then this one is going to be 53 degrees also. Okay? And number 18, this one, we can see that they're inside our parallel lines, so that makes them interior. They're on opposite sides of our transversal, so that makes them alternate. So these are alternate interior. And since alternate interior are going to be equal, they are congruent, this one would also measure 113. And I just want to show you, I could take what I know about these angles and I could find the measurement of every single angle in this picture. I know that this angle right here is a vertical angle to this angle. And vertical angles are congruent. They have the same measurement. So this would be a 113 also. I know that this angle and this angle make a straight line. They're supplementary. They have to equal 180. So I know that if I have 113 right here, then this is going to have to be a 67-degree angle, because 113 plus 67 is equal to 180. Then I can tell you that this angle right here is also going to measure 67 degrees because it's vertical with that angle. Okay. Then I know that this angle and this angle are alternate interior angles right here. So I could tell you that this is going to be 67 degrees also, or I could have said it's corresponding with this one. Or I could have said it's supplementary with this one. Then also 113, this is corresponding with that one. So this would also measure 113 degrees. Or we could say it's vertical with this one. It's alternate exterior with this one. It's supplementary with this one. So there's a lot of different reasoning that we can give. And on our final one, this one has to be a 67. It's vertical with this one. It's supplementary with this one. Supplementary with this one. It is corresponding with this one. Alternate exterior with this one. So there's lots of different reasons. But that is how we use those angles and those angle identifications to find out what the measurements of those angles are. And that's our lesson for today. I hope you have a great afternoon. I'll talk to you again tomorrow for our third and final lesson of the week. Have a great day.